Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have week 9 predictions. Last week I went 10-6. Peyton went 9-7,
Who does this
which
guy think
means
he is?
I get one more win ahead of Peyton
Math.
and still down a lot. I don't even want to think about it, but there are two teams on bye, the 49ers and the Steelers, and let's just go ahead and get into it. So for the first game, we have the Texans and the Jets. So for the Texans last week, they narrowly got the win over the Colts. It was not a very promising win, and they take on the Jets, who lost to the Patriots in a very close game. But again, the Jets seem to be spiraling out of control. The Texans seem a little rough. But are you copying my picks?
No!
He's copying my picks, guys. All right, yeah, no, the Texans. I am actually going to take the Texans in this one.
Texans versus the Jets. Honestly, I don't really like CJ Stroud that much, even though I've picked the Texans a lot. So I am going with the Jets to win this game. And I do not have any scores set up for this week. And then for the next game, we have the Cowboys versus the Falcons. The Falcons beating the Bucs again, unfortunately.
They sweep them.
Whatever. That was just because, whatever. It's fine. But nonetheless, I am going to pick them, even though I'm a little upset with them.
All right, so for this game, Cowboys on bye, so they should be off to a fresh start. But I really don't have any confidence in this Cowboys team. They haven't really given me any reason to have any confidence, so I am actually also going to go with the Falcons. And then for the next game, we have the Dolphins and the Bills. And for some reason, in this divisional matchup, the Bills seem to always have the Dolphins number. And not to mention, the Dolphins really haven't looked too great this year. Even with Tua, I still see the Bills getting their second win against Miami this year.
So I originally had the Bills, but let's face it, we want this to be fun and interesting. So I'm picking the Dolphins to win this game. They'll have Tua back, and yeah, that's really my only thought process for picking them. And then for the next game, we have the Raiders versus the Bengals. We obviously know which way I'm going here. That GOAT prophecy fucking sucks. So I will never be picking the Raiders again. If I do,
you never pick the Raiders.
The world is going insane. I have picked the Raiders actually. You can fact check that if you want.
No, you didn't pick it last week.
Well, last week I didn't.
But that was the GOAT prophecy week, and you didn't pick with it.
Yeah, because it's stupid. Anyway, I'm picking the Bengals to win this game by a huge mile.
Well, guess what? GOAT prophecy says it has to happen at some point. I was actually going to go with the Bengals until he brought up the GOAT prophecy. Then I was like, I can't. I have to trust the GOAT prophecy. The GOAT prophecy must come true. And then for the next game, we have the Chargers and the Browns. The Chargers last week, they played a game against the Saints, and they didn't really look that good despite what the score says. The Saints just really suck. And they take on the Browns, who Jameis Winston had a really good game against this strong Ravens defense, which does give me some confidence in this Browns team because that Browns defense is really good. So if that offense can keep up that level of production, they should be able to get the win here, and I am going to pick the Browns.
I do not like picking the Browns. Anytime I pick them, it hasn't gone that well. And whenever I don't pick them, it also doesn't go that well. So I'm going to be picking the Chargers to win this game. And then for the next game, we have the Patriots versus the Titans. And y'all know my philosophy, right? I don't even have to say it anymore at this point. So I'm picking the Titans.
To beat the Patriots. Okay. So for this game, yeah, honestly, as little as I trust the Titans at this point in the year, GOAT prophecy. I'm picking the Patriots.
Brother.
Also, the Titans kind of suck. All right, so for the next game, we have the Commanders and the Giants. So for the Commanders, getting that miracle Hail Mary, which on one side does inspire confidence, but also on the other hand, that rest of the game didn't really look that good, and they don't didn't really deserve that win. And they take on the Giants, who, in heartbreaking fashion and in Giants fashion, lost that game. They had the chances to win that game, and they just couldn't take advantage. And this game is really just going to come down to, can the Giants offense actually produce some points? And the answer to that question is unknown, but I am actually going to pick the Giants to get the win. I know the last game the Commanders won. I think they will probably split it, so I am actually going to take the Giants.
All I gotta say, this game, the Commanders pulled a Peyton play in college football or Madden whenever I throw a Hail Mary, and it works. So for that reason and that reason alone, I am picking the Commanders to win this game, even though I have quoted before that they can suck. And then for the next game, we have the Saints versus the Panthers. I would, at the start of this, I would probably pick the Saints, yes. They did win the first time by a lot, but they have fallen off since then. So, in that reason, and yet again, mostly that reason, I am picking the Panthers to win this time.
That's the first time someone said that in a long while. I am just praying and hoping that Derek Carr comes back or that Taysom Hill comes in at quarterback, because honestly, I prefer that over Spencer Rattler. I've seen enough of him, and I'm ready for something else. But I am going to hope, please, that the Saints can get the win over the Panthers. All right, so for this game, we have the Broncos and the Ravens. So for the Broncos last week, they played the Panthers, and they got the win. It was a little close at the beginning, but it never really looked any closer after that. And I don't see too much confidence in them, despite a win over the Panthers. And then the Ravens lost to the Browns, but that's because the Browns defense is really strong, and the fact that they even got 24 points on that really strong defense when the offense was actually really clicking for the Browns. So I am actually going to take the Ravens here. I think they're just a much stronger team and are more likely to get the win.
Yeah, Broncos v. Ravens. I don't have any reason to not want to pick the Ravens, so I am picking the Ravens to win this game. And then for the next game, you have the
Bears.
The Bears versus the Cardinals. And let's just face it,
I could put the Bears in the Browns helmet.
Stop. I am not picking the Bears. I will be picking the Cardinals to win this game.
So for this game, the Bears last week, losing on that Hail Mary, they kind of deserved to win that game. It was technically a holding call, and if their player wasn't an absolute moron trying to taunt instead of doing their job, and then at the last second going up there and tipping the ball behind him, maybe their team would have lost. And then they take on the Cardinals, who, despite being on top of their division, 49ers are last.
Whatever, man.
I am actually going to take the Bears to get the win here. I think they can just barely edge out a win here. And then for the next game, we have the Jaguars and the Eagles. So for the Jaguars last week, narrowly losing against the Packers. Almost trapped the Packers into a loss, but barely didn't make it out of there. And then they take on the Eagles, who have been barely sneaking away with these wins, except against the Giants. But they have barely been sneaking away with most of these games. And I think this could be a trap game, but I think the Eagles just barely escape from this trap game.
Yeah, like you said, all that jazz. However, I will be doing the opposite and picking the Jags.
Okay.
Just because. And then the next game, Lions versus Packers. The power button did not serve well last week.
I mean, they won.
Whatever. I don't care if they won or not.
That's kind of the whole
point.
That's kind of the that's actually the whole point.
Whatever, you get the point. But I am picking the Lions.
So for this game, we have a division matchup. This division matchup can always go either way. Usually they end up splitting this series. And I am actually going to take the Packers to get the first win here over the Lions. I really think this could go either way, and I would not be surprised if the Lions won. It's 50-50. And then for the next game, we have another divisional matchup, the Rams and the Seahawks. I think this could be a really interesting match, especially with the Rams getting all their offensive weapons back. We saw them against the Vikings. That wasn't just the Lions curse. That was the Rams back at full strength. The Vikings not taking it seriously enough. And they take on the Seahawks, who are also a pretty good team. I think they have a chance. But I am actually going to take the Rams to get the win here.
I hate the face mask call with a burning passion. And yet again, also with my logic, just leads me even more to not wanting to pick the Rams. So I will be picking the Seahawks to, in fact, win this game. And then you've got the Colts and the Vikings next week. Well, after that game. And then, so yeah, I will be picking the Colts over the Vikings, surprisingly.
Wow. No Jason Arnold?
No Jason Arnold this week.
All right, Jason. All right. So for this game, we have the Colts and the Vikings. The Vikings having some flashbacks to past 5-0 starts. And yeah, it's not looking great. But again, these are some strong teams. I don't think the Rams are a bad team. And the Lions are definitely a really, really strong football team. And they take on the Colts, who really aren't that strong of a team. I think this is a good bounce back win for the Vikings to get the win here. So for our final game, Monday Night Football, we have the Buccaneers and the Chiefs. This is my, I don't like this matchup. I don't want to pick either of them. I'm hoping for the meteor. And I guess I'll pick the Bucks.
Now, let me tell you, Tate, he hates when I say this, but never bet against my boy, okay?
This is the one we all allow it because it's against Patrick Mahomes.
And, honestly, if there is one person to beat Patrick Mahomes that is not Joey B.
You want to know who did it last year?
Who?
Aiden O'Connell.
Who's that?
It was the Raiders rookie quarterback.
Oh, well.
It was basically the Raiders
defense. There's another person that can beat P. Holmes that isn't Joey B. It is my boy, Baker Mayfield. Okay?
It's going to be Josh Allen.
And I personally, y'all know this, I hate the Chiefs. Will forever hate the Chiefs. And I'm finally going to be picking against them because I want this 7-0 streak to end in a wonderful fashion. So I am picking the Bucks to win this game.
Okay, and that will do it for our Week 9 prediction.
Also, you forgot to mention we're halfway.
Halfway what? Oh, yeah, we are also halfway through the season. So maybe we'll do something special about that. Probably not, but maybe. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one, or maybe the middle next one. You can't tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
You can't be honest and tell me I'm wrong. Hello, guys. We're back with predictions. I haven't even started yet.
I'm picking the... You get to start this week.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the mic test where I make Peyton awkward, and he's really confused.
Yeah, I was really confused.
Welcome to the mic test.
Yeah.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to another video. Today, we are doing week... not...
Yes, week 9. Dude, you mind me because you didn't start immediately. So I thought you were doing another mic test. So I tried not laughing.
Oh my god.